Respect our freedom of press right.
Can I help you with something?
Hey, how you doing today, sir?
Good. Can I help you?
Yeah, can I just get your name and badge number first?
Can I help you? You're in an employee parking lot.
Can I just get your name and badge number?
Sergeant Self.
Sergeant Self?
Yep.
And your badge number?
615.
615?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't need any help.
This is from Poole, Georgia, a place I've never been to, even though I'm from Georgia. Boy, they're really kind of redneckish down here. I mean, these are country bumpkins. Need to go to another country bumpkin place, which would be Rockdale County, Georgia, or Henry County, or Newton County. Those places are, they're rednecks, they're cow towns, but the thing is, if you're in an employee parking lot, you're on government property and you're trespassing. Well, I didn't see a sign. Doesn't have to be a sign. This is Georgia. And that's Georgia law with a Georgia judge. Long Island audit. Go down to Rockdale County or Henry County. And I know a cop that is just itching to get some street cred.
You're in an employee parking lot.
It's not a secure area.
It is not a secured area, but it is an employee parking lot, and you're trespassing. I didn't see a sign.
It's an employee parking lot and you're not an employee.
This is...
And you're making employees feel uncomfortable.
Sorry,
when they walk inside the building. So.
Okay, already he's trespassing. That is an arrestable offense in Georgia. I think that's an arrestable offense anywhere on government property. And yeah, government property doesn't have to be fenced in. Long Island audit, you're a dick.
This parking lot is not a secured area.
We know that, and I just got through saying that, and so did he, you dick. It's not a secured area, but you're still trespassing. Well, you know, this guy, he doesn't have a fence around his house, so I can treat that as my humble abode.
It's public property.
It is not public property, it's government property, and you've been listening to Amagansett Press too much. Another dickhole.
It might be only for employee parking. I'm not parking in here. My car is not parked in here.
But you don't need to park your ass in there either, you dick. And why you guys haven't arrested him is beyond me. This is Georgia. You got all the rope you need.
I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story.
Okay, that's a lie, and you just lied to the police.
Wait, this is for employees. You're not an employee and you're making...
It's employees parking,
Listen
sir.
to me. You're making our employees feel uncomfortable when they come in and out from their vehicles. So that...
If you are a policeman, yeah, you don't want people into your personal space. You don't want them filming your car. You don't want filming the contents of your car. You don't want them driving to your house and filming your family when they go to school. Yeah, if you're a policeman in Georgia, you can make some enemies. That's why I don't eat in restaurants in Rockdale County. Probably don't want to eat in any in Henry County either.
That's where the problem is.
I understand what I don't understand what you're saying, because how would I make somebody feel uncomfortable? I don't understand.
Dickhead, policemen, yeah, they got enemies. And there's perpetrators, and there are people that hate police and want to kill them. Yeah, there's people that want to kill policemen. Yeah, it's true.
Because you're not an employee and you're in an employee parking lot, you're making the employees feel uncomfortable. The female employees.
This is an employee parking lot, like you said. I'm not parking. I'm a journalist exercising my freedom of press.
Okay, first of all, you're not a journalist, okay? And you're lying.
That's right. In a public area. This is public. Like if I was behind those gates over there behind you, that would be a restricted area. Do you suspect me of committing a crime, sir?
Do you have your ID on you?
Do you
Restricted areas don't necessarily have to be fenced in.
suspect me of committing a crime?
Do you have your ID?
In Georgia, you don't have to commit a crime for them to insist that you surrender your ID, and refusing to do that is illegal. So yeah, Georgia is a stop and ID state, and they can ID you without any crimes being committed. Georgia's one of those states.
Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
Do you have your ID on you?
You have committed a crime. You just refuse to ID yourself. So yeah, you've committed a crime. I don't suspect you have. You have. And by the way, if you go to a Georgia Police Academy, or let's say if you go to one of the better ones, you will have a copy of the statutes. They give it to you, all of them, the latest versions.
Sir, I need to know if you're suspecting me of committing a crime first.
I'm a police officer. I asked you for your ID. I need you to give me your ID.
Sir, with all due respect, sir, can I speak to another supervisor? I understand that you're a sergeant, but I do not.
I am the supervisor here.
I understand, but then you should know as a supervisor, sir, that unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime in the state of Georgia, you cannot lawfully demand my ID from me.
Okay, that is a lie. They can lawfully ID you, even if you don't commit a crime. I know a guy in Henry County that is just itching for some street cred. You do that in Henry County with that particular officer, you'll be lucky if you just go to jail.
Okay, what I told you was you're making employees feel uncomfortable. I've asked you for your ID.
That's not a crime, sir. That's not a crime.
Okay, it is a crime, and apparently this cop, I don't know what police academy he went to, and it's certainly possible that he didn't go to any police academy, but he's being pushed around. And as a cop, you don't want to get pushed around. The more you get pushed around, the more likely you're going to get one in the back.
I'm asking, you should know that in Georgia, you have to have reasonable articulable suspicion.
In Georgia, you don't need reasonable articulable suspicion. I was a law enforcement officer in Georgia. I know what I'm talking about. Long Island audit, you're full of it.
Of a crime that's been committed, sir. I just told you I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity.
No, you're not. You're exercising voyeurism, peeping Tom, harassment. No, you're not press, and you're not exercising press rights.
Yeah, and you're being
freedom of press.
You don't belong in this parking lot. You're
suspicious is not a crime, sir. Suspicion is not a crime.
Suspicious is a reason to pull you over and take you into custody in Georgia. And that I do know.
You know that, Sergeant. Come on, you know. Suspicion.
He would know that if he went to the Clayton County Police Academy. No offense, Sergeant, but you're a pushover, dude. I don't know what academy you went to, but yeah, you need to clean up your act and you need to stop being pushed around.
Suspicion is not a crime.
Or an ID.
Sir, I don't have a legal obligation to give you a driver's license or an ID, sir.
Yeah, you do.
Sir? I don't understand. Am I being detained?
You should have been arrested by now. Come on, Sarge, what's with you? This is the Pooler Police Department? You guys are lax. Look, I don't mean to cut you down, but you guys are really slack.
No, you're not being detained. Keep on walking.
Okay, if I'm not being detained, I'm going to continue about my business, sir.
I'm going to do it here.
I'm an independent journalist.
You are lying. You've lied to the police. You've committed a crime. That's a jailable offense, by the way, in Georgia.
Are you, sir?
You're not. I'm the chief of police.
You're the chief of police. Can I get your name?
You can look it up on the internet if you're that smart.
But why would I have to look it up on the internet, sir?
What's your name?
Where's the professionalism?
What's your name?
Where's the professionalism?
Okay, you should not be arguing with this perpetrator. You should be arresting him. And by the way, a lot of these jails in Georgia, they don't care about overcrowding. Overcrowding's good because you get federal subsidies if you're overcrowded. So really need to fill those things up.
Sergeant asked you for a driver's license.
Tell me your name and identify yourself.
We're not making tits for tats. This is an employee parking lot. You're not an employee. You have no business.
This is. I'm not parking here.
Is
this fenced off? Look, I want to make it very clear. It's not a fenced off area.
Let me make it very clear. This is an employee parking lot.
There's no trespassing signs or anything like that, sir. I'm not breaking the law, sir. I'm actually engaged in a constitutionally protected activity, and I feel like you're trying to.
You are breaking the law, Chief. You should have known that, but you know what? Believe it or not, a lot of chiefs don't go to the academy either. This is a very podunk community, which I've never been to, but how they're getting pushed around so much is beyond me. Because even the exit wounds wouldn't take this much abuse.
Bully me along with your sergeant, and
nobody's bullying you. They're cutting you slack.
Sir, who are you? Who are you, sir?
He's one of my employees.
Okay, one of your.
And he did identify himself earlier, I believe. And look at his name tag, and he's got a badge with the badge number.
employees, I feel like all three of you are trying to bully me
We don't care how you feel.
and trying to exert authority over me that you don't have.
Dude, get your butt to Henry County, Georgia, and run into one of those guys that's itching for some street cred, or Rockdale County. Okay? Get in the middle of Georgia, yeah. You're in for an education. And all these things you believe that are true because you went to YouTube University, you're going to find out they're not true.
Demanding ID. Your sergeant doesn't understand that he cannot demand ID.
He cannot demand ID. Any officer can. Any LEO in Georgia can demand ID. Okay? And you don't have to commit a crime. I've said that many times, and it's true, and I know what I'm talking about.
Lawfully,
Okay,
unless he has reasonable,
in my parking lot?
articulable suspicion I've committed a
Why are
crime.
you in my parking lot?
That's a failure. That's a failure on your part, sir. You're supposed to educate your employees, correct?
Why are you in my parking lot?
They should know I'm working. Like I told your sergeant, I'm not just not answering questions. I cannot answer questions, but I'm answering. I'm an independent journalist. I'm gathering content for a story.
Do you know it's illegal to lie to a policeman in Georgia? Yeah. Sorry, guys. You guys are getting pushed around too much. I mean, you are.
On the city. I was inside doing a FOIA request.
No.
Yes, I was.
Tag numbers and everything like that.
Who says I'm recording anybody's?
You are recording people's tag numbers and VINs, just like Amagansett Press. You're recording things you shouldn't be recording for nefarious purposes. Not because you're a journalist, because you're not a journalist.
And plus, it's public information. You guys run tags all day. People drive around all day in the city with tags on. It's not like any private information. Do I have a database where I can look up people? Come on, you gotta think logically here. I don't have a database where I can just.
You could. You certainly could. Yeah. Anyway, why do you need to collect information for nefarious purposes?
Type in somebody's, license plate and figure out who they are. Let's
Okay,
be
I'm
real.
going to ask you to leave.
Are you ordering me to leave?
I'm ordering you
under
to
threat
leave.
of arrest, sir?
I'm ordering you. This is the third time I've told you to leave my parking lot.
I'm gonna go on a public sidewalk and I'm gonna continue to record.
doing?
I'm gonna continue to record your parking lot and I'm gonna hit you up with civil litigation over this. Just so
Oh, that's going to be a laugh. Yeah, civil litigation in Georgia. Good luck, you and your mama.
you know, because you're violating a constitutionally protected activity.
No, they're not. You are.
And in this small town here, you might think that you're gonna get away with it, but you're not. I'm telling you.
How you haven't wound up in jail with a little bit of street justice is beyond me. I'm going to tell you, Long Island audit, go to Rockdale County while you're at it. And I'm not going to say that they deliver street justice in Rockdale County, Georgia, but, well, it's been my experience that they do. I'm not going to say that they're going to do street justice in Henry County, Georgia, but yeah, they will. So prove that you're a man. Amagansett Press, I challenge you to go to Rockdale County, Georgia, or Henry County, Georgia. And Long Island Audit, the challenge is for you as well. Let's see how that turns out. You are in for an education, and you need one because you've never been to school.